Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with another Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Wi-Fi battle. I just wanted to say Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas and I used Mono Ice yesterday. I'm actually going to try it off again or try it out again today. Mainly because I want to see. Yesterday we actually got, Dugong, the hidden tech to do something, and today I'm hoping that maybe Articuno, Lapras, or Jinx put in just a bit more work. I figured it's Christmas, I might as well continue my Mono Ice. I was thinking about using well, obviously I have teams as well, but I was thinking about using Mono Fire. I was like, no, not on Christmas. I ain't Krampus or anything. But yeah, we'll pause it guys until we find a battle. If you guys want to see my full sets, down below you can in a PokePaste, as well as every single playlist. Some of you guys are leaving suggestions of Pokemon you want me to use. Check the playlist first, because chances are I might have used them already. But yeah, we'll pause it guys until we find a battle. Be right back. Alright guys, so we have a game and I see a Charizard, I see a Jolteon, I see a Ninetales, so I think we're in for a pretty big L right here, but it's still definitely possible, for sure. I'm gonna lead off with Dugong because I feel like Dugong can just get fake out chip on everything and go towards, or help me achieve rather, a win with maybe Ninetales. Like, Ninetales is very, very good speed tier wise in this. In fact, Ninetales actually might be key to victory in this game. So I like Dugong because Dugong can kind of open up a door for that. Dugong also isn't actually, it's either Dugong or Lapras. I think maybe Lapras, because Lapras actually OHKOs. Yeah, Lapras basically OHKOs the Rhydon. It can deal with Marowak, deals with Ninetales. It can actually get a little bit of chip damage on Jolteon, which would be really important. And yeah, I think the Charizard, if it's Charizard X or Y, will be a pain regardless. But preventing rocks is pretty big, and that's what Lapras does, right? That's what most of my ice types do. But Lapras can at least do that and also not auto-lose to Charizard, right? If I let off with something like Jinx and it was like Flamethrower or Flare Blitz. Ideally, it's Zard Y, which I know is a lot tougher for me to deal with. Actually, Zard X would be easier because obviously Ninetales can at least come in on maybe an Outrage or something like that and put it to sleep. We'll see though. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it so that Ninetales can win this game, or Lapras. So leads off with Charizard. Not too bad for me because again, Lapras just matches up relatively well versus this. Lapras matches up pretty well versus the majority of his team, which is why I let off with it. I don't see a reason to not click Surf here. I'm hoping that my Mirror Coat from Articuno in the late game will be able to deal with the potential Ninetales, but he brings out his Jolteon now, so I get off some nice Surf damage. I'm assuming this is going to do around 40%-ish. Jolteon is good Spadef. Ooh, this is a little bit closer. Almost 50. I wish I had a Pokemon that could take a hit from this. What's Jinx in this game? Jinx has a decent speed tier, but I'm going to go Jinx. Now, the reason I'm going to go Jinx is because I still like Dugong's ability to chip everything. Yeah, I'm going to go Jinx. The reason I'm going to go Jinx is because I don't think it would be that useful in a game versus Charizard, Ninetales, and potentially Gyarados. Though if it is Mega Gyarados, then it's not a Mega Charizard, which makes it a little bit easier. But I feel like Jinx is going to be the least useful. Also, there is a chance that Jinx could take 2 hits from this thing. If he's not packing Shadow Ball, obviously. So Psychic is my best play. Hits everything. If he has Shadow Ball, it will be able to knock me out. Otherwise, if he doesn't, I can then go out into my Dugong and go for like fake out Ice Shard. Basically like fake out into Ice Shard to deal with this thing. I don't mind stacking Jinx as long as I'm able to get rid of Jolteon. Jolteon is one of the Pokemon that's faster than my Ninetales. So the only Pokemon I've seen that's faster than Ninetales. But yeah, Jinx does go down to the combination of Thunderbolt plus Shadow Ball. Kind of to be expected. We'll bring out Dugong now, and Dugong will do what it does best. I'll fake out just to get a little bit of chip damage on this Jolteon, and hopefully be able to finish it off after. So we're gonna fake out. This is interesting too because like he doesn't like Dugong offensively either. Obviously, Gyarados can resist most of my attacks. If it does Mega, it resists all my attacks. Actually, no, because I have Mega Horn too. Yeah, I think he's just gonna stay in. So because Ice Shard is definitely not going to knock this thing out at all. It's Dugong after all. I believe my best interest is just click Ice Beam. And then Ice Shard after. Ice Shard twice does knock him out, but if I go for Ice Beam first off, he can't knock me out with Thunderbolt. Dugong has base 95 special defense. And if I went for Ice Shard first, more than likely he would switch, right? But with me going for this, I think there's a less likely chance that he'll switch right here. Plus, there's such a chance to knock him out either way. But okay, awesome. Like I said, I don't think he'll switch out because I didn't go for Ice Shard first. I think he'll stand and go for Thunderbolt. Exactly. So we get rid of one of the bigger threats for Lapras on his team. So this is really, really good for Lapras, really good for Ninetales. Just speed tier wise, right? Speed tier wise, and obviously in Lapras's part, super effective wise, because Thunderbolt would be able to deal with that thing. Though Lapras does eat one Thunderbolt. But getting rid of that giant threat, it only cost me a Jinx. And I think that Jinx was, you know, worth getting rid of there. So Dugong, once again, getting off the chip damage I need on something. I'm assuming he's going to go out to Ninetales next. And just blow me away. Or Gyarados, that works too. Gyarados can easily Earthquake here. If it Mega Evolves, that means Charizard won't Mega Evolve. But, I mean, either way, Charizard with Flamethrower is always scary. I'll go for Ice Beam. Ops to Waterfall. I think I take this. So I get off some nice damage. Nope, never mind. Any bit of damage would have been very useful. That's neutral damage. So we'll go for Ice Shard here. Any bit of damage on Gyarados would have been very, very important. It's a giant threat. And I don't think that Lapras knocks it out with Thunderbolt. At least not at that percentage. Even though I am quiet natured and Gyarados is obviously 4 times weak to it. But Gyarados also has really good HP and Spadef. Special defense for those that don't know what I mean by Spadef. Huh. I think I have to go Sand Slash. Lapras is going to be key because it eats a hit from Charizard and it eats a hit from Ninetales, and it weakens them to the point of my own Ninetales. If I want Ninetales to win, I need Lapras alive. So I'm going to go for Ice Punch here. Get off as much damage as possible. My Articuno again could potentially win. If it's Zard Y, he'll Flamethrower me. I'll live it, and I'll be able to Maricoda back. I can do the same thing to his Ninetales as well. So that's why Articuno is useful. Sand Slash, I think, like I really would have wanted that that Ice Beam damage off because this would have still done a good chunk. On faster, he went for Dragon Tail. Perfect. Didn't want me to SD up. I'll take it. I'll definitely take that damage on you. Brings me out to Lapras. This is good and bad. It's good because now you're guaranteeing range of Thunderbolt, but bad because he might get off damage on me with Crunch. But I can Thunderbolt and knock him out, and Lapras will be able to live a non-stab Crunch because if he doesn't Mega Evolve, it's not stab. He doesn't get the same type attack bonus, right? And I'll be able to live that plus any hit from Zard or Ninetales if I'm not mistaken. So this might have been the better Dragon Tail for me because I'll tank this. Don't get a defense drop. Don't get a defense drop. Thank you. All right, so Thunderbolt picks up the KO. Big Lapras, okay, helping me out, chipping away at Jolteon and getting rid of Gyarados. Amazing, amazing. And this obviously also still deals with Marowak as well as the Marowak as well as the Rhydon. So again, those two I'm less worried about because I have 50 million Pokemon hit them with super effective damage. It's more so the Ninetales and the Charizard. And if we're being real, the Charizard, because Ninetales is a lot weaker than Charizard. I'm assuming one of those two fire types are coming out. Doesn't make sense if he goes out to Rhydon. Doesn't make sense if he goes out to Marowak. Though Marowak may be able to eat one hit. Marowak has this nasty habit of living every attack on... I mean, it has good Spadef too. Yeah, Surf only has a 20% chance to KO Marowak, which is still pretty good. Like, I mean, if I get the roll, that's great. And if he's careful Marowak, which is the one I was running, it actually never dies. Ever. So, we're not out of the woods yet. There's the Charizard. It is back in. Alright, we're going to throw off a Surf here. If he Mega Evolves into Zard X, then Surf is neutral just like Ice Beam anyway, so it's still my best play. And again, weakening this thing for... hopefully he just Mega Evolves into Zard Y and just clicks Flamethrower. Yep, he's Zard Y. Okay. So this is good because Flamethrower's going to do a good chunk. Oh, he's trying to flinch me to death. Bro, don't do it to Lapras. Don't do it to him. Nice. This is still super effective, but Charizard has very, very good defense. Special defense, excuse me. So Surf again. Flamethrower should be able to knock me out. Fire Blast if it has a chance to miss. I think we're going to do is we're going to depend on... Ladders might live. Oh, no. We're going to have to depend on my Articuno mirror coating. We're going to have to depend on my Articuno mirror coating. Not this, but the Ninetales. So, my Ninetales shouldn't be able to knock out a Charizard Y. I want to just say that Charizard Y should easily be able to live every hit from Ninetales. Ice Beam only does about 30%. I don't think he's there. So what I can do is actually go out to Sand Slash and Ice Shard. Ice Shard to put him in range of the beam. And then I think I gotta go for this might not work. Because he'll probably go Ninetales after. And if he roosts, this is worse for me. If he roosts, it just means I have to hit a Hypnosis. Flamethrowers. Okay, great. So this guarantee puts him in range of my Ice Beam from my Ninetales. This is a really tough one. The dude has double fire types. It puts him in range of Ninetales, and Ninetales is guaranteed faster. Now, Ninetales will be able to live one Flamethrower from the opposing Ninetales, but what I really think I need to do is I'm going to need to land a Hypnosis on that Ninetales. Like I said, I just go for Ice Beam here. I'm not really worried about Zard. If he wants to save it, so be it, to bring it in later. In fact, if he goes Ninetales, then he's giving me damage off on it that I would love. So this might all come down to my Ninetales, or even my Articuno. Because every bit of damage is going to matter in this game. If he goes out to his Ninetales, I have to Hypnosis it. I think, in fact, if he goes out to anything, I have to Hypnosis. But, alright, Sax Zard, nice. He's going to be able to bring out Ninetales. Now, I have to land a Hypnosis to get in my Articuno. I hope I land it. 60% chance. In my favor. I land it, I get an Articuno, he stays asleep, and then I go for the Miracle with Articuno. And from there, it's still not over, right? Yep, there's Ninetales. Brother! Cousin, more so. Sister? Alright, let's land this. I'll live one hit. I'll live one hit either way because Ninetales is good special defense. But I really could lose this land. There we go, Ninetales. Let's go. Okay, now I need you to stay asleep for one more turn as I switch in my Articuno. I need him to stay asleep for one more turn. I need this to go my way. Please, go my way. Come on, buddy. I really need you to go my way. You gotta stay asleep. Because this is all coming down to Ninetales right here. This is gonna be close. This is gonna be really close. Stay asleep, my friend. I got the Hypnosis. So this is already, it's already getting all like, ah, man. Yes! Okay. Okay, okay. Now I need him to wake up and click Flamethrower here. Obviously, I mean, you're not going to switch out to Marowak. Come on, buddy. Wake up as I click Miracle. Wake up and Flamethrower me. You got to Flamethrower me. Okay. Flamethrower? Oh, it's like I'm scripting this, but I swear I'm not, guys. Beautiful. Yo, Articuno ate that. There we go. And that's in range of Ice Beam. Fantastic. That is in range of Ice Beam, and I live the next hit no matter what from everything. From this Pokemon, anyway. So, I swear I'm not scripting it, guys. This is my thought process, and it's just, a lot of it, obviously, it came down to luck, but the dude had, it's not over yet, by the way. He can still win. My Ice Beams are not strong enough to knock out anything, really. And there's the Fire Blast. Uh-oh. But Articuno survives on a hair. And Ice Beam should definitely be able to knock you out. That percentage for sure. So it's not over yet. Ooh, just barely surviving. It's getting a little bit heated in here. I might be using these ice types, but hold up. It all depends on basically Articuno and Alolan Ninetales, right? Because I'm not going to be able to knock out Marowak. I need him to go right on first. He goes Marowak first. Now, the thing about Marowak is, Marowak is not, it's not strong enough because there's no Thick Club to knock out Ninetales, ever. So my play here It's the Ice Beam. I don't knock him out. It's the Ice Beam. I don't knock him out. I get him my Ninetales after. He knocks me out here. Yep, I told you I wouldn't knock him out. Goes for Brick Break, that doesn't really matter. Whatever attack he went for there. A Brick Break, Stone Edge, I don't really care. I get him my Ninetales after. Now, my Ninetales unfortunately cannot knock out Rhydon in one hit because Ninetales is not that strong. However, I get a little nasty on him. I go for my Nasty Plot. I go for Nasty Plot here because I'll live every one hit. And provided no crits for my opponent. And even then, I don't think... Like, this is the situation. Basically, if they went Rhydon first and I got off Ice Beam damage, I won either way. Because the most it does is around 50%, I want to say. Yep, 50%. Had he went Rhydon first, I would just basically would not need a Nasty Plot to win. Because Rhydon's the only thing that can knock out Ninetales in one hit. Whereas Marowak can't. But if he went Rhydon first, I got off my Ice Beam damage on that. And then I basically... just went out to Ninetales and cleaned up by clicking Ice Beam 3 times. 1 Ice Beam to knock out Rhydon, 2 to knock out Marowak. So the Mono Ice was able to do it, and Alolan Ninetales. I love when this Pokemon's so beautiful. Pokemon's so beautiful. I'm happy that it was able to put in a little bit of work right here. I'm very happy about that. And I think I did what I had to do to put myself in the position, like, to do this. Obviously, again, I needed to land that Hypnosis. That Hypnosis was super, super, super important. Had I not landed that Hypnosis, I would have lost. And also, had Ninetales not stayed asleep after. Also, it didn't matter, like, if they... Like, let's say my opponent went for Fire Blast first over Flamethrower. It didn't matter, because that just meant that I knocked them out with Mirror Coat. So, it's not like you could say, oh, well, if they went for Fire Blast there, you would have lost, right? Like, no, Mirror Coat would have been stronger, and it would have knocked them out. But, gonna be able to knock out this... And that is going to be game. And Mono Ice is able to do it. Alolan Ninetales comes through at the end. And with that, we are going to end the Wi-Fi battle. I do hope you guys all enjoyed the mini little Mono Ice type series that I did for Christmas Eve and Christmas. I'm very happy that Alolan Ninetales got to put in work as well. As always, leave your Pokemon down below. Like, leave some step suggestions and stuff that you want to see me use. Keep in mind, though, I do encourage you to check out the playlist. Like, somebody said Dojo the other day, and they love Dojo, and they might have been a new subscriber, which is awesome. You know, that's great. I'm growing. I love that. That's amazing. But I had a Dojo video, so I obviously replied with the Dojo video. But yeah, if you do things like that, typically the thumbnail will show you what Pokemon I've used. And if a Pokemon has been used a ton, but it hasn't been in the thumbnail, that means it hasn't necessarily been featured, right? Like, I've used Alolan Muck so much, but I haven't really featured it, right? I've used Zapdos so much, but I haven't really featured it. I featured Aerodactyl, I featured Starmie, and things like that. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Have a happy holiday. Thank you everybody for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe, I guess. And I will see you guys tomorrow with another Wi-Fi battle. The team builder is coming soon. I'm hoping to have that by Sunday, I want to say, that the team builder should be up. I just got to put a little bit of work into it. I already know what I want to put into it. But yeah, goodbye, my friends.